In today's lesson, we will be looking at how you can tidy up your Gmail inbox. If you are someone whose inbox is always flooded with emails, then make sure that you watch the entire video. In order to get access to your Gmail address, make sure that you open a new browser, and inside that browser, you open a new tab. When you open a new tab, you navigate your mouse to the Google apps. If you are using Chrome browser, you get to see this, but if you are using any other browser, make sure that you search for Gmail in your search bar, and then from here you can log into your Gmail account. So we would go back to this side and then we navigate our mouse to the Google apps. From here, you go ahead and select Gmail. There are a couple of Google apps over here, but then we go ahead and select Gmail. You can also drag this to anywhere that you want. You can bring it up front or you can bring it to the back or anywhere. So this is something that you can also use to your advantage. We'll go ahead and select it. This is how Gmail interface looks like. Over here, we have the main menu. When you click on this, it collapses the other categories, but when you click on it, it brings it back. And we have the search options. You can use this to create a filter. We would look at that. And then you have the support. There are settings, Gemini. You can also use Gemini in Gmail. And then you have the Google apps that helps you to navigate to other apps. The first thing we will begin with is how to categorize your emails. You can categorize your emails by creating labels or putting them in labels. And to create a label, you have to click on this plus sign, and we would go ahead and create our first label. I would say yet to read, and you are not going to nest this label under any label. It's going to be on its own. Go ahead and select create. When you create a new label and navigate your mouse to this three dots, go ahead and click on it. You can select a color, a label color for your label. I would go ahead and say red. We go ahead and create another label. We name it yet to respond. We click on create. Go ahead and change the label color as well. I'll give this a green. We create another label and we say, I'll also change the label color for this sent to bin. Sent to bin is like emails that I wouldn't want to read at all, or emails that I wouldn't want to see in my inbox. After creating the label successfully, we would go ahead and categorize all these messages into each of these labels. The first thing you need to do is navigate to settings, okay, and click on see all settings. Then to labels. When you come to labels, after creating your labels, make sure that over here show in message list, you select hide. Okay, so initially if it's like this, let me do this for you to see. If it's like this, show in message list. If it's like this, make sure that you select hide. When you don't select hide and then you categorize your message, it's going to still be in your inbox, and we don't want that to happen. After making the changes here, we would go back to our inbox. Over here in my inbox, I would go to promotions, and I want to get rid of or put some of these messages in my bin. So I would go ahead and select the message. Okay, so for instance, I want this. Make sure that you select one message and you navigate your mouse to these three dots that says more. You select it, then you click on filter messages like this. All right, when you click on filter messages like this, you select create filter. Over here you select skip the inbox, so that it doesn't, whenever messages like this are coming into your inbox, they don't come to your inbox, but then they go directly to the label that you specified. And then you select also apply filter to 50 marching conversations like this. Then you come over to apply the label, and then we choose our label here, which is send to bin. All right, then you click on create filter. When you do this, all the messages that came from Adobe Creative Cloud is going to be sent to the label that I named as sent to bin, and it won't be in my inbox. When we check promotions, it's not going to be here. Okay, so this is how you categorize your emails. Let's go ahead and do for the others. Make sure that you select. So for instance, with Team, I'm going to make sure that I send all these messages to yet to read. I would select one message, come to the three dot here, filter messages like this, click on create filter. Then I'll make sure that I skip the inbox, apply filter to 29 marching conversations, then apply the label as yet to read and click on create filter. All right. When you do this, it's not going to be in your inbox anymore. And when you are receiving messages from a similar contact like that, it's going to come straight to your label. When you come to yet to read, you can see that I have it all here. Now let's do one for yet to respond. I'll go back to my inbox and I'll select this from Millie Adrian. Then I click on it, go to filter messages like this, create filter, skip the inbox, also apply filter to matching conversations, apply the label, then we take that to yet to respond and create filter, and we are good to go. This is how you categorize your emails into labels. Make sure that you do that for the rest of the messages in your inbox. Let's take a look at how you can get rid of promotional emails. In my promotions tab, when I click on this, there are a couple of emails here that I want to get rid of. I would go ahead and select calm messages from calm and come over to these three dots, then select filter messages like this. Click on create filter. Over here, the first thing we need to do is to also apply filter to 27 matching conversations like this, and between skip the inbox and delete it, when you select delete it, you won't be able to select skip the inbox. Now with skip the inbox, you only select skip the inbox if you don't want to ever see messages from this email address called breath.com.com. But in case you want to just delete these messages in your inbox, but you still want to be receiving messages from hello@breath.com.com, then you go ahead and select delete. Whenever you select skip the inbox, it means that whenever messages like this come into your inbox, you will not see it. It will be archived, okay? But when you select delete, it means that you're just clearing your inbox by deleting excess messages. So over here, I'll just select delete because I still want to receive messages from this email address, and then I'll click on create filter. Now, when I do that, you can see that all the messages I received from that particular email address has been deleted, and I can do same for the others. For instance, with this, I select it, go back to filter messages like this and click on create filter. Then I select delete it and also apply filter to 47 matching conversations like this. All right. Now, one thing that you can also do is that in case you don't want to send messages like this to your spam, there are instances whereby there are important messages that they are not supposed to go to your spam, but they end up being in your spam. You can use this filter option to filter those messages. You select, what you can do is like the similar thing with it. You select one message from the email address, then you go ahead and select filter messages like this, and you come to this option, never send it to spam. All right, never send it to spam. So whenever you get messages like that, it's not going to go to your spam. It will be in your inbox for you to see. Okay, so after selecting delete it, you make sure that you also apply filter to 47 matching conversations. Like you can also explore some of these filter options like mark as read, star it, forward it. Forward it is when you have a secondary email address, you can forward confidential emails or confidential messages to your secondary email address, or it can be any other email address. Then you do that over here. When you are done, then you click on create filter and then it will be applied for you. So that is how you go about cleaning your inbox. At the end of the day, when you take your time and you do all this, you're going to have a very neat inbox. In case you need help or you need someone to manage your email account for you, do want to send me an email. My email address is in the description below. One thing to also consider is that you can select multiple messages. Okay, so for instance, I'll be selecting this message, Women Tech Makers, and then I'll go ahead and select Quincy Larson and Google. All right, then select the three dots and filter messages like this. Okay, so when I click on create filter, you go ahead and apply filter to matching conversations of that kind. Then you select delete it because I want to delete all those and clean my inbox. And I click on create filter. Make sure you refresh, and there you have it. So you can select multiple. If you are somebody that your email address or your inbox is very jam packed, you can select a lot of messages, filter messages like this. In case you want to delete them, you can delete them. Take your time and explore with the filter options. It's a very powerful tool. Thank you so much for watching. Our next tutorial or lesson is going to be on how to use Gmail effectively. So do want to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any tutorial. Thank you so much for watching.